Great Racing USA Mississippi Street Stock Series last chance qualifier cars. You need to be lined up. Let's go. All right, Terry Taylor out of Stens, Mississippi on the pole position outside in the 118. It's going to be Ron Adams out of Daytona, Florida. Row 2 is Wesley Bedwell out of Lexington, Tennessee in the 90. It's Kyle Cook on the outside and the 00C out of Ramsey, Illinois. Chris Sawyer out of Crystal Springs, Mississippi. He's in the S1 in the outside lane in the 151 from Containment, Florida. It's Trenton Norton. Chris Dixon on the inside of row 4. He's out of 8 Mile, Alabama. And on the outside, it's Nolan Frady in the 9F. Row 5 inside, the 430, Mark Hollinghead. On the outside lane is Chad Denmark in the 145. Row 6, Jimmy White in the 7W. He's come to us out of Bay Minette, Alabama. And it's Brayson Manis out of Monroeville, Alabama in the 84. Row 7, it's got Zach Smith in the 102. And on the outside of row 7 is Chandler May in the 9 out of Florence, Mississippi. Shotgun on the field, Dustin Rushing in the 5R. Want to welcome you guys on Facebook and YouTube. Hope that you're enjoying this little free sample. You can still purchase the show. We have not got to the main event just yet, but it ain't going to be long. So Terry Taylor takes him down the back stretch. Ron Adams slides up. Boy, it's going to be contact. The 90 car, Bedwell, holds on to the second spot. Here goes Taylor. Taylor bouncing it off the cushion. 3 wide, and we got a car that is spun. Another car right there that may have been involved in it. That's the S1 of Chris Sawyer, who started 5th. Watching the Crate Racing USA TV, and he goes for a slide there. All right, here we go. Terry Taylor, no laps complete. He's got Bedwell behind him. On the outside lane, it's Ron Adams and Kyle Cook. Adams short on the throttle. Cook may have tagged the wall there. It's Bedwell to the second position. And 1 lap is complete. Terry Taylor takes him through the corner, and we've got spinners. Sawyer may have had help. Caution on the speedway. Chris Sawyer in the S1 out of Crystal Springs, Mississippi. So Sawyer has parked it up on the hill. Red flag. Not sure what the red flag is for, but go get your fixings at Peggy's Kitchen. Oh, we got the ambulance having to leave the infield. That would be the cause for the red flag. Go grab your burgers and hot dogs at Peggy's Kitchen. Get your fixings at Peggy's Kitchen. It's reports somebody may have gotten hurt somewhere. So The ambulance is going to have to go and check those guys out. We'll only have to halt the race if the ambulance has to leave. All right, looks like Crate Racing USA TV's got us a replay here of the last incident. Crate Racing USA TV giving us these awesome TV angles. Wow. Man, that was something. Yeah, for sure. Boy, those are some awesome camera angles there. Well, it looks like we're good to go for now. Andrew Godwin telling them to double up. Let's go. Guys, make sure y'all don't keep those kids on the fence over there. Get those kids back from that fence, please. That's a vulnerable place right there. I know these kids love to be up on that fence line, but it is a dangerous place for them. One to go signal given. We got some kids on the fence over here, guys. Get these kids off the fence, please. It's for their safety, I promise. I know I want them to enjoy this event too, but it's just a vulnerable situation right there, and we don't want any babies getting hurt. So Terry Taylor is your leader. Lap 1 complete, still 14 to go. That second transfer spot opened up right now. Bedwell and Adams is going to challenge for it. Right there behind him, you got Sawyer and Cook in the third lane. Then Norton and Dixon. Nope. Down the backstretch. Over to 3 and 4. Terry Taylor continues to hold the cushion. Ripping that lip as they sail it to the backstretch. It's Bedwell in second. Caution on the speedway. The 5 car right here in front of us brought out the next caution. That's Dustin Rushing. It's going to get better on us, race fans. That sun's about gone. We appreciate y'all getting here early and enduring the heat. That's part of the survival, as we say, for the Street Stock Nationals. You know it's going to be hot. You know it's going to be muggy, but you do it anyway. I want to thank y'all for supporting these vendors here this weekend. These guys show up with expectations, and y'all have fulfilled those. We do appreciate it. A lot of these guys are already sold out. Addicted to Dirt has sold out of a lot of their stuff. I see the hats and shirts everywhere. Shout out to my friend Rusty Godbold. He's out there enjoying the race. Of course, Mr. Donald Parker on the backstretch. I believe him and Miss Kelly are here from Hattiesburg Speedway. Glad to have y'all in attendance. And the 151 looking to get in that real estate back where he belongs. We'll go back green here in just a second. All right, Terry Taylor led the first 2 laps. Still 13 to go. Ron Adams in that 118. He's beside Bedwell. Wesley comes to us out of Lexington, Tennessee. Here we go. Green is out. Bedwell pushes Terry Taylor out of the corner. Now he chops to the inside. They're door-to-door. Hand-to-hand combat going through the backstretch. Bedwell's got a hood out in front, but it's Taylor going to hold the top side. We may have contact here at the flag stand. Nope. Good driving from those 2 drivers. Bedwell takes it back down to the bottom, but he's going to oversteer and collect the 151. Cars behind him spinning. Caution on the speedway. Caution once again. Bedwell did the right thing. There was about a collision between him and the 3 car, maybe a slight bit of contact. But Bedwell jumped down to the bottom and just could not hang on to it when he went through the corner. Slides in front of the field. Took some damage on the car. Let's see if he's able to keep on. '90 is DQ'd. So a little hard racing there has led to the 90 machine being disqualified after some contact from the 3 car. Under caution. Not sure what the 3 may have done to Bedwell. See if we can get a Crate Racing USA TV replay. Of course, as I speak, here it is. Bedwell made a little contact on the rear bumper there, and then he slides up, overturns it, and collects it. Let's see if they hang on to it as Bedwell, I think, chases down the 3. He does. He goes right up to him. Bedwell. Goes right up and door slams the 3. And hits him again. Oh, wow. So not just 1 door slam, 2 door slam, 3 door slams, and that's going to be it for the Bedwell. I think when he looks back on that replay there, he may have a little bit different vision. But boys and girls, it is hot outside, and they got these helmets on. I guarantee you they sweating. Temper's flaring a little bit. Sometimes the heat gets to you. Makes you do crazy things. So Taylor setting the pace here. It's 5 laps complete, still 10 to go. Green flag. It's Norton. He's going to challenge the 118 of Adams. Norton kind of the beneficiary for that event, for that situation. And the 102 tries to take the tractor tire with him. We're still mean and green. 102 is Zach Smith. Now we've got calamity. Caution on the speedway. I believe it's Hollinghead involved in that. So the 118 and the 151, they're battling for that transfer. 6 laps already complete. So you just seen the Crate Racing USA TV replay. A couple of incidents there all tied into one. Hope that tractor tire's all right down there. So we'll re-rack them and stack them one more time. Keep your eye on the 118 and the 151. Green flag. Oh, no. Big one. Oh, man. No way. Oh, this will open up the door. Several cars held up in that incident. And we'll have to go red flag on this one. Wow. Somebody did not make the start there. Looking for the replay. That's Dustin Russian, the 151, Trenton Norton. And Smith in the 102. Okay. May have been. There was some contact between the. Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, my goodness. Sometimes. The 102 able to continue on. I believe Norton was the one that created that incident there. As I said, it's a tough time seeing the monitor. The sun will be gone here in just a minute, and we'll get a lot better view. But so Dixon got some damage on that one. Chris Dixon in the 4J. Driver out of 8 Mile, Alabama. He's been a big part of this thing for a long time here. Dixon may be one of those guys that have been around from day one. Big-time supporter of the Southern Street Stock Nationals. Can he race his way in? How about that red 7, Jimmy White? We ain't said much about him all weekend. Here he is. Right now he's parked up in the 3rd spot, the Bay Minette, Alabama driver. And some a little extracurricular activity going on. I'll try to diffuse that situation before it gets any worse. So it looks like somebody's stuck down in hot pit. We're going to need to bring the hook truck over. So the 4J, they're not able to work on that car. He's got a big piece of debris on the front of that race car. He doesn't want to leave the racetrack. If he does, he'll have to start the rear. Somebody down there expressing their frustration with the track official. This may be stemming from the earlier incident, but from the own looks of our side, from the camera view, it really looked like it was on the 151, so not sure Maybe we missed something here, but still some activity going on down there. One to go given. Single file. This is how we're going to rack them this time. 6 laps complete. 9 to go. Green flag is out. Terry Taylor leads it back to the green. It's the 118 with the transfer. Ron Adams. Jimmy White. Try to get it here. The 00C of Kyle Cook behind him. There's the 9 car, Chandler May. Chandler started shotgun on the field. He's within 1 spot of the transfer. Jimmy White made contact there with Kyle Cook. But it's the 3 machine of Terry Taylor, another longtime supporter of this event. Glad to have Terry here, and then the 102 goes around. Zach Smith puts it on the spin cycle. $20 minutes now, 20 minutes into this B main. And the 102, Zach Smith just overdrives it, makes contact with the 7. Now the 7, unfortunately, Jimmy White has a left front tire. So the 102 and the 430 up on the hill. Track official pulling the sheet metal off the tire. We're going to go check out the 102 now. It's Zach Smith out of Huntington, Tennessee. He goes to the rear of the race car. He's going to pull some sheet metal back. Make sure there ain't no tire rub there. So I see the 4J had to go to the rear there. They do not have instant replay next door. Green flag is out. Terry Taylor found a bump there. Lap 8, 7 to go. Ron Adams, your transfer. Chandler May, I told you, keep your eye on him. He's come from the rear now. The 00C spins around in front of us. Caution on the speedway. 24 minutes, completed 9 laps. All right, we got to get this thing going here. We're going to have to time this thing out. 24 minutes into this race. We have only completed 9 laps. 9 cars left in the field. It's Taylor continuing to dominate. Chandler May put the 9 in the transfer spot. 5 to go. It's a battle between the 118 and the 9 and a transfer. May started in the trunk. He's raced his way up to the second position. Taylor starting to pull away. That's lap 12. Chandler May 1.8 seconds back. Just 0.3 back from the 9 machine. Is Ron Adams, but a little bit more separation there. There's the popsicle sticks. 2 to go. And the white flag. Here comes the checker flag for Terry Taylor. Stens, Mississippi driver has raced his way. Oh, no. Oh, no. The 118 had broke up in the final corner. And he collects all kind of carnage behind him. Chandler May did get the transfer, but things just went from bad to worse for Chris Dixon in that 4J. Smoke, steam bellowing out of the front end of that race car. Something happened. You know, the 118 or Adams was just challenging for a transfer spot. So it seems to be the 118 blew up, bit the concrete. There she goes, letting it go right there. Finds the concrete, and right there behind him, those guys had nowhere to go. Just followed him right into the corner. That was Chris Sawyer, I believe, in the S1. And Chris Dixon in the 4J. So that does it for B Mains. Going to our last chance qualifier for the Crate Racing USA Mississippi Street Stock. Last chance qualifier. So as they get that mess cleaned up over in 3 and 4, once again, we want to let you know concession stands are open on both sides of the Speedway, race fans. Go get your fixings at Peggy's Kitchen on both sides of the Speedway. Only one last chance qualifier here. Factory stock cars, get ready for your last chance qualifier. It is immediately after the Crate Racing USA Mississippi Street Stock Series last chance qualifier. Only one car will be given that spot. So This last chance qualifier really means something. Only the guy who wins transfers to the main event. So getting ready for the last chance qualifier for the Crate Racing USA Mississippi Street Stock Series cars. All right, the ambulance getting back in position here. Man, oh man. Get ready for that sunset. I don't know about y'all, but we've been cooking up here. Stacy Herron on the pole. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's Covey Parsons in the 25P. He's out of Luca, Mississippi. Graydon Hall on the inside of row 2. He's out of Yuma, Tennessee. On the outside lane is Brandon Hill out of Emory, Mississippi. Row 3 inside is Chad Thrash in the 1C. On the outside lane is Tony Cruz out of Paducah, Kentucky. Row 4 inside is Charles Christian out of Alatoona, Florida. Then it's Justin Barber out of Campobello, South Carolina. Row 5's got Dylan Hamilton in the 22H out of Containment, Florida. On the outside lane is 19T of Richie Tazen out of Jefferson, Louisiana. Row 6 inside is the X2 of Dustin Hughes out of Dothan, Alabama. And then out of Millen, Tennessee, in the N1, it's Dale Nelson. Row 7 has Michael Santangelo on the inside out of Harahan, Louisiana. On the outside lane is Matt Sawyers out of Holiday, Tennessee. Row 8's Landon Jackson out of Norco, Louisiana. On the outside lane is Brian Carswell out of Valdese, North Carolina. Row 9, Michael Emmons in the 95. He comes to us out of Century, Florida. It's Justin Scarberry on the outside lane out of Riverview, Florida. Dakota Berry's on the inside of row 10. He comes to us out of Huntington, Tennessee, and it's John Bryant in the 22B. Parker Cloud starts on the inside of row 11 in the 25C. It's Stephen Hallbow out of Riverview, Florida. On the outside, the final back row, Scooter Ware in the 48W out of West Point, Mississippi. Then out of Denham Springs, Louisiana, it's Corey Bueller in the 11. So 12 rows. Only one car will transfer to the main event. Fifteen laps, the set. All right, gonna rack them and stack them. Can Chad Thrash race his way into the main event tonight. Three-time winner, or only three-time winner of this event. He is the defending winner. Won back in 2021, 2022. Hayden Moran won in 23, and Chad won in 2024. It's going to have to do it from the inside of the third row. The sun finally cresting to the trees. We're finally getting some relief out here. A little bit of wind blowing. We needed that breeze. And moving right along. Factory stock last chance qualifier cars. You need to be lined up, ready to go. It's your last chance to the big show. Here we go. Stacey Harrington in trouble quick. Here goes Kobe Parsons to the point. Oh, Harrington turns it around. There's 929. Chad Thrash goes to the infield. They stack up behind him, an accordion. That went south real quick. Hey, guys, y'all move behind that fence over there. Get behind that gate, brother. Y'all got to get behind that gate over there. It says no pedestrians after this point. Y'all get them on the other side there. All right, replay. Here's your replay. Stacey. Gets up out of the marbles. Over rotation by the 20. Slides down, grabs heel. Track blocks. And behind him, you can already see cars spinning. So your pole sitter in trouble early. No laps complete, though. If Stacey's able to continue, he would grab his spot back, but I believe he has left the racetrack, so that'll put Graydon Hall on the front row. Covey Parsons to the outside. Now Chad Thrash finds himself on the inside of row 2. Brendan Hill on the outside of him. Process of elimination here. So, complete restart here. Does Stacey return back to the speedway? I don't see him down in the short pit. Well, I see somebody down there. He would have to fall to the rear of the field if he does. So can the STR machine race his way in? How about Graydon Hall? Graydon Hall with a chance. Covey Parsons on the outside. So we're looking live view from the hot pit. That's the 75 of Stephen Hallbow. He's going to return back to the speedway. Guys, listen up. If you're over in turn 2 and you're stuck up against the fence, please get off that fence, little kids. We need y'all off that fence. Back there on turn 2. Please back up from the fence line. So it is the 20 car in the hot pit. He was in front of the other car. He's going to be able to return. We're coming to green this time, and Heron able to return back to the field. Unfortunately, he has lost that pole position there. And we're looking at Graydon Hall. He finished 4th last night in his B main, just barely missing that transfer. So you know he's going to be gnawing at the bit here. Green flag. Just the one. Yeah. Thrash has Hill to the outside. It's Covey Parsons in the second spot, but now Hill may have taken the second position. He did. It's Graydon Hall out front, though, and he's pulling away, race fans. Graydon Hall took no time to put some distance between him and the 2-2. Chad Thrash takes it up the hill, pulls the elevator. And he may have lost the front end of that race car there. That puts Tony Cruz ahead of him. A couple of spots lost by the STR machine. Back up front, it's Graydon Hall. Brandon Hill. Problems for the STR. I believe he's done. So Graydon Hall making some laps here. A 1.2 second advantage on second place of Hill. Now it's 1.5 seconds. Starting to stretch it out. A lot of racing going on back behind, but unfortunately, unless you're in that top spot, if you ain't first, you're last. Graydon Hall bounced it off the wall there. See, tried to knock the spoiler off. This will put Hill a little bit closer this time. 1.4 seconds last time. Now it's 1.2 seconds. Hall not scared. He took it right back where he was last lap. And I believe he's starting to inch away from the 22. Cross flags halfway. Oh, caution on the speedway. The 20 car is in it again. We see cars leaving the speedway here. They have accepted their fate. We appreciate y'all for coming. So I was watching the beautiful sunset. Took my eyes off the racetrack for just 1 second. They say the 20 car turned over. We'll get a crate. All right, Stacy's all right. He's kind of a bigger fella, tall fella. So Stacy's okay. He's getting out of the car. Here comes the Crate Racing USA TV replay. Okay, we see a red car turned around, and then man, oh man, wow. Just kind of rode the wall there and then flipped back over. Skateboarded the wall. Here's a better one. No. So just to try to avoid it. Wow. You couldn't have even tell that either. Doesn't look like much of anything over there on the 20 machine. Looked over there and just seen him parked. Had no idea he was involved in a rollover. Just shows the testament of those Ford race cars. They are built to last. What a great job the Mert team's doing down below, getting these cars out of the way, keeping this racing moving. Such a beautiful sunset over here on the right side. This is your first time here at the House of Hook. We always take pride in these sunsets. Of course, it cools things off a lot quicker, too, once that sun disappears. It's amazing how 87 at dark feels a heck of a lot better than 105 in sunlight. So glad Stacy is okay. He played bodyguard last night. Now he's took a little rollover tonight. There's that beautiful sunset. Clouds are not even moving. They're just sitting there, which is good because they're blocking the sun. Once again, guys, please stay off the fence line. You see how quickly these cars can get up on the wall? We do have a catch fence here, but that does not stop bad things from happening. We don't want those bad things to happen, but we definitely do not need fans up on the fence line. All right, so those of you who are watching on Crate Racing USA TV Facebook and on YouTube, we encourage you to go ahead and buy that subscription. Finish out the race with us here tonight. We hope that you have enjoyed your live look-in and got a little taste of what the Tracks Plus Southern Street Stock Nationals presented by Crate Racing USA feels like. We are in our last chance qualifier for the Crate Racing USA Mississippi Street Stock Series cars. It's Graydon Hall, who's in that one transfer spot. Graydon Hall takes the green flag. We'll only take one car to the main event. Tony Cruz in the 7. He's got Hill with him. And Dale Nelson. Can Dale get things turned around? Dale to the back bumper of the 7 car. The 22 goes up the hill. He's going to chase Graydon Hall. Past the flag stand. It is 8 laps complete. 7 to go. Graydon Hall has a good hot rod here. He has been flawless up on the top shelf. But Hill looks to find a different groove. Try to close that gap. That time, 0.6 seconds behind. Bill Nelson, Tony Cruz battling for the 3rd spot, but all eyes on the top spot. Here comes Hill once again. Not enough at the flag stand. 10 laps complete, 5 to go. Hall hammers it in the backstretch. He's got some distance between him and the 22, but the 22 makes up a lot of ground in the corner. Just not able to catch him in the straightaway. A little over half a second that time for Graydon Hall. The laps are clicking down. Hall rides up to the rear quarter panel, but Graydon Hall has really good exit speed. Continues to rip the lip up on the top side. We're going to come back to the popsicle sticks. 2 to go for Graydon Hall. The Yuma, Tennessee driver looks to take it to the show. Hill, only a couple more attempts here. Here's the white flag. Hall in control. You can see him back out there a little bit. That could open the door for Hill. Back down the back stretch. It's Hall ripping the lip. There you go. Graydon Hall races his way into the main event tonight. He'll take that final spot. The Yuma, Tennessee driver. I believe he has the option of taking $500 or starting at the rear of the field. Only 2 times have we ever had somebody elect to not. We'll get word from the tech man whether or not he elects to start the rear of the field or